Now we're going to talk about Map Studio, the most advanced feature of this whole app. And this is also the backbone of everything else. Anything you can do elsewhere except Photo Studio, of course, you can do it inside Map Studio. By that I mean you can do travel movie. You can make travel movie inside Map Studio. You cannot make Map Studio inside travel movie. Okay, let's go into Map Studio. As you can see, I already have a project that I was just demonstrating. But let's try a clean one. So first of all, you can choose map. We can change it later as well. I like to work with satellite map. I think they look very nice. Let's start with adding a layer. How do we add a layer? We go into here, the region. Let's add a region layer. To add a region layer, type in the region name, New York. The New York State is being rendered. Let's increase the timing, 30 seconds. So it is being added to the playhead, but we can move it around. We can increase the duration and decrease the duration, and split it as well and drag it. Right? These are the actions we can do. Yes. For now, let's do one thing. One simple thing. We want to start here at 3 seconds. So we want to start from here. And at 3 seconds here, we want to add in the map. How do we do that? First of all, we can just put this thing in 3 seconds. And if we run the map, this is just a static thing. It will just come out at 3 seconds. But we do not want that static look. We can do this. We can come here. We can add a keyframe like we do on other editing softwares. Then add another keyframe by zooming in the map. Add another keyframe here, the camera view, on the camera view. Now you want to play it. You can see we are zooming in. Keyframe ends, this one starts, this layer's timing starts, and this renders. It is split, so it is stopping. Again, it will render when the playhead comes over this. So that's one way, but let's say we want to delete this and we want to do something like this. We will have this layer present always, but also, by the way, this playhead snaps. So if you bring it closer to a keyframe, it will snap. If you bring it closer to a playhead, clip, tail or head, it will clip. It will snap there. So let's take the playhead here and add a. By the way, to see where exactly the camera should be at a point, since if you have keyframes, you don't know where the camera would be, right? But if you click this button, the camera will show its exact position at that point of time. In here, if we click, we can see that's where it was when we created the keyframe. Is here. Now if we add a keyframe to this New York layer, this region layer, we can in here edit this keyframe. Let's say here we want 100% opacity. Now, let's say here we want 0% opacity and 0 width. Let's move in this keyframe here. Perhaps here I want 0% opacity, 0% width, and here I want 100% opacity, maybe some white, so you actually see it. Bring the playhead over as well. If you have experience of editing with Premiere Pro, then these all will be very intuitive to you, because I have some experience with Premiere Pro and not After Effects, and I have built this app using my experience with Premiere Pro. My intuition works like this, so I have built it this way. Anyways, now we have the layer present at all times, but it only comes visible when the keyframe starts, and slowly throughout it goes to 100, 0 to 100. We check here, you can also see this progression happening. Right. Now you might think animating on US soil is pretty easy. So what I'm gonna do is animate a random district in Bangladesh, this Kishorganj. Let's find Kishorganj Shadar, Kishorganj Union. These are not what I want, and Kishorganj district is what I want. Let's increase the timer again. Kishorganj district, right? But let's say here we'll show you an issue. Let's say we want to start the zoom from here, and at 3 seconds zoom in all the way over here. Now I'll show you a problem. You see this laggy, glitchy thing? This map animation is not running smoothly. Region boundary calculation is happening while we are zooming in. So you need to flatten this layer. And do that. Flatten the layer. This way it will act as an image on the map. Now we start the zooming. There is no weird glitches anymore. So that's something we can do. We can fill using this. You can change it into any colors, purple or whatever you want. So that's something we can do. Now let's see another issue and how to solve that issue. Now let's say we want to map Bangladesh. Let's find Bangladesh. And as you can see, the water area of Bangladesh is also being included in this region. So if you don't want to do that, what you can do is download a PNG map of Bangladesh or whatever region you are dealing with. Then if you just upload it here, the fill image, my upload is being done from another monitor, so you're not going to see this, but I am uploading a PNG image. Let's turn up the opacity. Now Bangladesh's map is replaced in PNG image without the water boundary. So these are some things you can do in here. You can obviously animate this as well. This will also not glitch. Start from here. Let's increase the duration to 15 seconds. By 8 seconds, I want to zoom into, let's say, let's just zoom into the whole Bangladesh map. So this is the way you can work with this map animation. So this is how you do map animation in here, but we have other things as well. To upload images, I'm just gonna upload our logo. Add to image. You can scale this image. Scale it a little more down. Not most. Okay. And this image is also going to animate exactly as the map animation is being done. And there you go. I'm not going to show the text thing, but that's pretty much similar as well. Now, let's say you want to save this thing. You don't want to lose this. Suppose you have done a lot of work. I have not done a lot of work here, but suppose you have done a lot of work and you want to save it. You can save it and name it Bangladesh, and the project will be saved. Where? In your browser. So if you change browser, for now we don't support cloud savings. Maybe later we'll do. But these things are saved in your browser for now. You can edit the title and delete it. But also you can click, get into your edit. What you can also do is save it as a JSON, and you can later upload that JSON. Just to be safe, I suggest downloading JSON files of your edits and import it over here. Import JSON. Now let's talk about how to export these videos. Now, we don't actually support raw video export. What we suggest is for you to screen record using OBS or NVIDIA, whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable with, screen record that. Now, let's say this is 1x speed. If you go with less than 1x speed, you're gonna have an advantage. Your map will properly render. If you go with, let's say, 0.1x, you're going to be pretty sure about the map rendering properly because we are dependent on the internet speed. So if you go with 0.1x speed, you're going to be pretty sure about your map rendering with each frame. But for this demonstration, I'm going to go with 1x. I'm going to start the export. But before I do, let me turn on NVIDIA recorder as well. We do a countdown, then we start, just so you are ready. Now, here you will see one problem. This footage is a little shaky, right? Now there is a solution to that. We don't have the solution right in here. So we have some 3D things that I haven't shown you, but figure it out. But what is the solution to our shakiness problem? That is going to be solved by warp stabilizer of Premiere Pro. DaVinci Resolve has similar stabilizer as well. So you can use DaVinci Resolve is free. Adobe Premiere Pro is not. But go figure. Let me just quickly demonstrate how we do that in Premiere Pro. I have already brought in my clip. I'll just make some cuts. Say from here, I'm gonna delete that. And here the last part will be deleted as well. Now we are just working with what we need. It is a little shaky, but just bring in warp stabilizer. Let it analyze. And it's done. Now if you play back this, it's very smooth. Let me just play this in full. As you can see, it is very smooth. There is no shakiness in the clip. So that is how you do Map Studio, map animation. This is it for this section. Ta-da!